This is an ABC News special report. Now reporting, George Stephanopoulos.
And good afternoon. We are coming on the air right now because we have just learned, ABC News has just learned, that the president's closest personal aide, Communications Director Hope Hicks, is resigning from her position in the White House. She is the Communications Director right now, as she said, coming off 8 hours of testimony yesterday before the House Intelligence Committee behind closed doors. She has been with President Trump from the very beginning of his campaign. Want to go straight to our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega.
Yeah, John, a pretty frenetic scene here at this White House right now. I just met Sarah Sanders outside of her office as this news was breaking. She did indeed confirm that Hope Hicks, the longtime aide and White House Communications Director, has resigned. The dates and the timeline for this resignation have not yet been established. We are expecting a statement from Sarah Sanders momentarily, but indeed it is true. She has resigned. I've got a few statements here that are just coming in from this White House. The President of the United States says Hope is outstanding and has done great work for the last 3 years. She is as smart and as thoughtful as they come. A truly great person. I will miss having her by my side, but when she approached me about pursuing other opportunities, I totally understood. I am sure we will work together again in the future. Chief of Staff John Kelly has released a similar statement praising Hope Hicks' work, and Hope Hicks herself has a statement that we've just received. Quote, "There are no words to adequately express my gratitude to President Trump. I wish the president and his administration the very best as he continues to lead our country." So, George, we are still waiting for details on this, but you mentioned right out of the gate, this comes a day after Hope Hicks had that nearly 9-hour testimony with congressional investigators on Capitol Hill as they are investigating questions about Russian interference. It also comes in the wake of this headline in the New York Times this morning that Hope Hicks told those investigators that at times she has had to make what she called white lies on behalf of the President of the United States.
ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega leading us off.
Less than 24 hours after Hope Hicks emerged from nearly 9 hours of testifying on Capitol Hill.
Any collusion?
Tonight, the president's closest aide and longtime confidant unexpectedly resigning from her role as communications director, sending shockwaves through the West Wing. The official line from the White House, Hicks has been thinking about leaving the job for some time and wants to spend more time with her family. But the news comes with Hicks under fire for that testimony, telling congressional investigators under oath that she occasionally told white lies on behalf of the President of the United States.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
At 29 years old, she became one of the most powerful players in the Trump White House.
Now, Hope Hicks is a tremendously talented person. She started off with us right from day one.
By the president's side through the campaign.
Hope Hicks. Where's Hope? Hope, come here, Hope. Come here, Hope. Get up here, Hope. Hope Hicks, the legendary Hope Hicks. She's very shy. She's a very shy person, but she's a great person. She's done an amazing job.
Before that, in Trump Tower as an assistant to the billionaire businessman. A former model, she joined the family working on Ivanka Trump's fashion line. Now she helps run the White House, her handwriting right there on the president's note, reminding him to tell those grieving families from Parkland, "I hear you." Within minutes of news of her departure, the president releasing a statement saying, "She is as smart and thoughtful as they come, a truly great person. I will miss having her by my side, but when she approached me about pursuing other opportunities, I totally understood." Chief of Staff John Kelly calling Hicks strategic, poised, and wise beyond her years. To say that she will be missed is an understatement.
Did Hope Hicks quit or was she fired? Her departure was announced the day after she admitted telling white lies on behalf of President Trump.
Trump asked Hicks after the testimony how she could be so stupid. And that apparently that was the final straw for Hope Hicks.
Well, I'm hearing she was forced to resign. And that white lie was the nail in the coffin.
Whatever the reason, her departure leaves a big void at a White House in turmoil.
He's going to miss, I think, the services of Hope Hicks.
Yeah, no, she was definitely his right-hand woman.
The former fashion model was one of the most powerful people in Washington, and she's just 29. Meanwhile, Omarosa sat down last night with Stephen Colbert, and in this just-released clip on the CBS website, she spoke about those Hope Hicks white lies.
You worked for her. Do you know what the lies were?
I would suspect the first big one might be about crowd size, but I don't want to really go into it.
Your committee, the Intelligence Committee, heard from Hope Hicks, the president's now soon-to-be former communications director, very close confidant, this week. She spoke about what were described as white lies. Talk about the context of that statement, whether you think it's important, is it being overblown? You were presumably there during that Q&A, 9 hours. She appeared before your committee.
Yeah, 9 long hours, and like almost everyone, I don't think anyone's there for the whole thing, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and I'm glad we get a chance to talk about that. Look, it truly was just a setup of this witness who was trying to be forthright and honest, and the question was so broad. It was, in any circumstances, regardless of what it might be, have you ever felt any pressure to be deceitful or to be dishonest regarding any subject? And she answered it honestly, and that is, anyone in that circumstance, there's none of us in our lives that could say we have always been 100% honest. And we realized that this was, frankly, just a setup, that it was designed to make a headline. So we asked her specifically, we interjected, we're talking about this investigation with Russia regarding collusion or conspiracy, regarding the hacking of the DNC. Any of these issues that we are focusing on in this committee, have you ever been encouraged to be deceitful or dishonest in any way? And she was adamant, no, absolutely not. The president has never, ever encouraged me to be dishonest or anything less than truthful regarding these issues. And then she elaborated. But once in a while, maybe he's in a meeting and someone else is waiting and I say he's not there. Or something that just happens in the course of day-to-day life and business. It's been described as white lies. And yet the headline is that she is being deceitful for the president. And once again, as soon as she said that, there were people leaving the committee to go out and talk to the media about this. It's unfortunate because she truly was trying to be honest with us. I don't think she's the kind of person who is, and there's no evidence of her being deceitful about these things that really matter.
Let me get your thoughts on another really sensitive issue right now, the issue you're watching very closely, guns in America. We heard what the president had to say during that extraordinary televised meeting with the Republicans.